Have you ever been one single step away from everything you've ever wanted? That promotion, that life-changing idea, that dream that wakes you up at night. You could feel it. The pieces were finally falling into place, and then it all stopped. Not because of something outside of you, but because of a voice inside you. What if I told you that wasn't a mistake? That pulling back at the worst possible moment isn't a flaw, it's a universal test? And what if right now you're standing right in front of that same invisible barrier, the one thing keeping you from your next breakthrough? This isn't just another motivational talk. This is about decoding what I call the invisible frontier, the hidden wall that appears right before a life-changing transformation. In this video, you'll discover the surprising scientific reason this happens deep within your own body's energy. How to tell if you're being wisely cautious or secretly self-sabotaging. The exact 4-step method to move through this critical moment and cross over for good. This is for anyone who's ever felt that heart drop of giving up right at the finish line. If you've ever thought, why does everything fall apart right before I succeed? You're not losing it. You're being tested. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand that test. You'll know how to pass it. This might be the missing key to becoming a version of yourself you've only imagined. Don't click away. Your future self is waiting for you on the other side. Have you ever been so close to achieving something that seemed impossible? That moment when everything seemed to align? The puzzle pieces started to fit together, and then something inside you said to stop. If this sounds familiar, know that you are not alone. There is a universal pattern that affects us all. We are always one step away from our greatest achievement. But that final step is invisible. Today we will explore the invisible frontier. Why you always give up at the wrong moment. The border between where you are and where you want to be is not geographic nor temporal. It is a dimensional frontier, a shift that demands a complete transformation of your being. Think of some great achievement in your life. Remember that moment when everything could have changed? That relationship you didn't start? That career that seemed too risky? That unrealistic dream? In these moments, something extraordinary happens. You know you are about to succeed, but your internal system goes on high alert. It's as if there is an evolutionary mechanism that triggers all alarms when you're about to cross into a new level. Your brain starts firing. What if it's a mistake? Are you being naive? Maybe you're not ready? What if it gets worse? These thoughts are not flaws. They are integrity tests. The universe is checking if you are truly prepared for the transformation. The most fascinating discovery? This frontier does not exist in the external world. It is at the center of your emotional field. Research shows that the heart generates an electromagnetic field 60 times stronger than the brain. Your emotions are not mere reactions. They are creative forces that shape your reality. When you are about to cross the frontier, your emotional field oscillates, like trying to tune into a new frequency while your system resists. This resistance is not a defect, it is protection. Your subconscious prefers the known pain to the unknown joy. It prefers familiar scarcity to uncertain abundance, and this can make you give up just meters from the treasure. There is a universal pattern in all great transformations. Just when you are about to emerge transformed, everything seems to fall apart. This is where most people give up, not because the goal is impossible, but because the test is more intense than we imagined. This moment is not destruction. It is purification. The universe clearing the space for you to emerge in a new form. The big question: how do you know if you are being wise by giving up or just running from growth? The difference is crucial. Conscious quitting brings peace and clarity, even with losses. Self-sabotage brings temporary relief, but lasting sadness. The key? Observe what you feel in your heart, not just what you think in your mind. Your heart knows the difference between protection and escape. How to persist when everything says to stop. Persisting is not forcing. It is remaining open to transformation. 4 strategies for the critical moment. 1. Recognize the pattern. Is this fear or wisdom? The answer comes as a bodily sensation. 2. Tune your frequency. Use your breath to elevate your vibration. Inhale light into your heart. 3. Protect your field. Avoid people and environments that lower your energy. 4. Connect with your why. Purpose is more powerful than method. There is a formula that governs all great transformations. Awareness, X, emotional field, X timing, manifestation. When these 3 align, the frontier disappears. You don't cross, you transform. The invisible frontier does not exist to stop you, but to test your integrity. When you pass the test, something magical happens. The frontier doesn't disappear. It transforms into a bias bridge. The obstacle becomes the path. People who successfully cross frontiers operate on a frequency of victory. It's not blind optimism. It's active acceptance. Knowing the process is necessary, accepting that fear is part of it, recognizing that it demands everything from you, and moving forward anyway. This acceptance creates a resonance that attracts support and opportunities. Here is the secret. You have already crossed many frontiers. Remember, from child to teenager, leaving your parents' home, first serious relationship, new career, overcoming crises. Each one was an invisible frontier, and you crossed them all. If you are hearing this now, it's because you are about to cross a frontier between fear and courage, scarcity and abundance, pain and healing. The question is not if you will cross, but how. It can be as a warrior or as an alchemist transforming fear into fuel, alone or in communion, knowing that we all cross frontiers together. When you cross with integrity, you don't just transform your life, you contribute to collective evolution. Every frontier crossed makes the path easier for those who come after. The greatest gift now is presence. Don't try to solve everything. Don't try to control. Just be present. The frontier is not there to be conquered, but to be integrated. When you integrate the frontier, it becomes part of you. The final transformation is not about becoming someone better, but becoming who you always were. Life is a dance between frontiers and integration. The invisible frontier is not an enemy. It is an evolutionary guide. And when you understand this, the frontier transforms into a dance, because the true victory is not crossing the frontier, it is dancing with it. At this exact moment, something within you is preparing to cross. Trust the process. You've done this before, and this time, you are not alone. If this content made sense to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe for more content on transformation and self-awareness. Remember, the frontier you face today is the portal to who you are becoming. Until next time, for those of you who have made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, and leave a comment.